Hello, I'm Luke Hatfield. I'm joined by Mr. Wolves here at the Express and Star, Tim Spears. Tim, one man we saw back on the pitch for Wolves, Ivan Cavaleiro. Ivan? I don't know.
Ivan, I think.
Ivan? Either way, he's back.
Yep.
He's back from a back problem.
Yep.
How was he?
Good, yeah, good. 56 minutes he got, and then substitute for Diogo Jota. I presume that was kind of a pre-planned change. You know, he was never going to last 90 minutes. Obviously, he never does anyway, even when he's fit. So, no, there was some nice touches. Plenty of work rate, hard work. Tried to drive the team forward with a few driving runs at the defenders. Obviously not match sharp yet, but he looks ready to me to be part of the squad. And Wolves have missed him. You know, they've lacked composure from Jota, Costa, and Traore. They've all been guilty of lacking composure in those crucial moments in the final third, in and around the opposition box. And for me, Cavaleiro is the man who can bring that to the team. He rarely gets flustered. You know, he's not that type of person. He takes everything in his stride. He's got that arrogance and that confidence that you need in a player in that position. So Wolves could have done with him, you know, a couple of important moments. In the past few weeks, we know they've struggled a bit for goals. You know, results have been good. They're unbeaten in 4 in the league, but they do need to start scoring more. That's been the repetitive message for week after week after week from Nuno himself, from all the players, from the fans. Wolves know, I think they've had the 4th most shots in the league. They need to start converting that into goals. It feels churlish to be criticising them, but this is the message that's coming out of the club. You know, they want to improve. They need more composure in the final third, and Cavaleiro is the man that can do that.
That's it. And Southampton, of course, on the weekend.
Yeah.
Wolves have a strong bench.
Yes.
And we've seen the likes of Adama Traore trying to get into that starting 11. It doesn't happen from the league, really. Does Ivan get into the squad?
It's tough. I was just trying to run through the subs. So the subs for the past 4 games, I think, in the league have been Ruddy in goal, who obviously will be there week after week. Courtney Hawes, centre half. Then you've got Sace, who's defender / midfielder. Vinagre is the wing back option. Morgan Gibbs-White to kind of push on if you need a goal or some positivity. I think in the final kind of 20 minutes. Traore, obviously, who's been superb, and then Leo Bonatini, who's the backup to Jimenez. So you look at that, and also you've got to throw Leandro Dendoncker into that mix because he made his Molineux debut last night. An accomplished debut, I thought. Very calm and composed at the back. Looks like a commanding, kind of stylish defender. He looks ready to me. He wasn't really troubled as much against Sheffield Wednesday in the last round, but I thought last night he did well. Didn't really get in any trouble. They spent 12 million on him. He's obviously going to be integrated into the Premier League squad. I think that happens pretty soon. It could be on Saturday. So you've got Dendoncker and Cavaleiro to try and get on that bench.
Someone ain't going to be happy to.
It's not easy though. It's really not easy. I mean, for me, Courtney Hawes looks vulnerable. Didn't feature a lot last season. Often not on the bench last year. I think Dendoncker could possibly take his place. And then it kind of depends how many defensive / attacking players Nuno wants on his bench at the moment. Dendoncker can cover centre half. He can cover Cody's central role, and he can cover a defensive midfielder. So do you really need him and Sace on the bench? It would be harsh to leave Roman Sace out as well, but there's a possibility that you could see Dendoncker cover Hawes and Sace's position as one sub, and that frees you up to bring Cavaleiro in. If not, if Dendoncker's a straight swap for Courtney Hawes, which I say is most likely, then Cavaleiro, I'd say Bonatini's the most vulnerable. It may be horses for courses, and they'll see what kind of game, what kind of opposition they've got as to whether they need Bonatini or Cavaleiro as a sub. But for me, Cavalleiro's got to be on that bench. Bonatini hasn't done too much off the bench yet in the Premier League, apart from West Ham away. Hasn't really contributed a huge amount. So I would say Hawes and Bonatini are the vulnerable ones. But we've seen with Nuno, he stays loyal to those that are in the squad, particularly if Wolves are winning. So it's a really difficult decision. It's not one that I'd like to make. But yeah, this is great. Everyone's fit now. Wolves have got a fully fit squad to choose from. They've played the same team 6 games in a row. They've got fantastic options on the bench. They've got fantastic options off the bench. So this is it. This is what we want, the healthy competition. So hopefully it'll improve the first team.
Who'd want to be a manager, eh, Tim? There we go. So Ivan Cavaleiro could be back. We'll see. For all the latest on him and Wolves, make sure you stay with expressandStar.com.